Hajj is the fifth pillar of Islam. Did you know that Kaaba is the first place to worship Allah? Allah wanted Mecca to be the place which people faced around the world. Guys, did you know Prophet Ibrahim built the holy Kaaba? He invited people to worship Allah, just as Prophet Muhammad did.
Assalamu alaikum. Right, boys and girls, today I have a little surprise for you. When I tell you to, I would like you to turn behind you, behind your chair, there's a glass of water. Can you go behind your chairs and pick up the glass of water, please? Okay, now, hold the glass in your hand. Show me that you have a glass. Superb, very good. Sit back down. Lovely. Now, before we drink water, what do we say?
Bismillah.
Bismillah. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Very good. Okay, Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Take a sip of the water. Try it. What does it taste like?
Water. Zamzam.
Ooh, Zamzam. It tastes like?
Water.
It tastes like water. What's Zamzam? Yeah?
I think Zamzam was some sort of water which was like in a prophet's story.
Yeah, okay. It was the Prophet story. Brilliant. This water is actually Zamzam, just like you said. Very good guess. Did you guess that because we were next to the Kaaba? 100%. That makes sense right now. Zamzam actually has a story behind it. And now, I'm going to put my water down and I'm going to tell you the story of where the water Zamzam came from. Okay. Can you remind me who built the Kaaba? Taha.
Nabi Ibrahim.
Very good. Nabi Ibrahim built it. What was Nabi Ibrahim's son called? Muhammad Ali.
Prophet Ismail.
Prophet Ismail. Does anyone know what Prophet Ismail's mother was named? Yes.
Hajar.
Hajar. Very good. Sayyidah Hajar. Now, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he came to Mecca and he was ordered by Allah to build the Kaaba, he also built a shelter next to the Kaaba because Mecca is that in a nice countryside where, you know, it's sunny most of the time, it rains sometimes, you know, maybe 15 degrees, or is it in the desert?
That's so sunny.
It's very sunny, yeah, it's so sunny that it's a desert, there's barely any water, so you need a shade to keep you safe, isn't it? So Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam built a shade so that Prophet Ismail and his mother Hajar will be safe. Now, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was doing his work. He was a prophet of God, so he had lots of important things to do. So he left Hajar and the baby Ismail when he was very newborn. He left them there, and very soon they had run out of food and water. Can you go to your local grocery store and get food if you're in the desert? No, you can't, right? What would you do if you're in the desert and you run out of food? What would you guys do? Al-Batul.
I'll dig in the sand to find some water.
Yeah, okay, very smart. You'll dig in the sand to find some water. Do you reckon you'll dig for a very long time? Yeah, probably.
That story.
What would you do?
I know the story of
Uh-huh.
it. I know.
Okay.
It's like the boy was at Shan, and then the mother was keep finding water, and then he thought when he was at Shan so much, and then he bring water from his mouth or in his eyes.
Yes, Sayyid Ali, the baby was really thirsty. And of course, if he was thirsty, then his mother would want to find some water. Now, it's very difficult, like we said, to find water in the middle of desert. So his mother Hajar went up to the mountain. There's a mountain in Makkah. There's quite a few mountains. Does anyone know which mountain she went up to? Tiba. Starts with an S. Can anyone guess?
Sand mountain.
Oh, the mountain was full of sand, 100%, because it was in the desert. It starts with Saf. Yeah?
Safa.
Yeah, Safa. So his mum Hajar ran up to the mountain Safa looking for water, and when she got to the top of the mountain, she could have a big view, and she was looking, oh, I think I can see water on the top of the other mountain. So she kept running until she ended up on the top of another mountain called Marwa. So she was on top of Marwa. Do you think she found water on top of Marwa? No, it's in the middle of the desert. So then she looked from the mountain of Marwa and she saw, "Oh, I think I can see water from the top of that mountain." So she ran to the next mountain, which was again Safa. She got to the top. Did she find water? No. So then she looked and she saw water again at, what was the other mountain called? Safa and?
Marwa.
Marwa, very good. So she ran to Marwa. She did this 7 times. And as she was running, she was looking out for Prophet Ismail, her baby son, just to keep an eye out on him, make sure he's safe, nothing's happened to him. But then, once she finished this 7 times back and forward, she saw water, but this time, the water was by the baby's feet, by Prophet Ismail's feet. And it was gushing, so much water. So she, as fast as she could, she ran to Prophet Ismail, her little baby son. And she was a bit worried because there was so much water. Imagine in the middle of the desert, so much water was gushing out from the ground just by his feet. This baby could have drowned. So she was saying, stop, stop, because that's a lot of water. And that's why we have Zamzam. Yeah?
And then the people was action, and then she said, come drink some water.
Oh yes, lots and lots of people today come to Mecca and specifically want to drink water, the water Zamzam. And at the time, Mecca was just a desert. It wasn't a very special city except from the Kaaba, right? And people would come for the pilgrimage. And soon enough, after Zamzam had come about, people would come to Mecca and it became the capital city and the central hub for Arabians. Yes, Sayyid Ali.
And this is all about Allah.
Yeah, it's all about Allah. And the water itself is miraculous. Yes, Taha.
If there's no food and there's an ocean next to you, don't drink the water that if there's an ocean next to you.
Ooh, okay, don't drink. What do you mean by that? If there's
no food for the camels, and if there's an ocean next to them, they can drink the water.
Oh, okay. Okay, very good. Thank you. Tiba.
When Hajj said stop, Allah stopped it.
Oh, now that's a very good question. Has the water Zamzam stopped? Some hands up think yes, it has stopped. Hands think no, it's still coming out. Yes, it's still coming out. And that's a miracle, isn't it? Imagine in the middle of the desert, water gushes out from the ground and it's enough for everyone to drink. And that's why we call it a miraculous water. And it has special properties and you get barakah from drinking it. I think we should take another sip of the special water of, what's the water called?
Zamzam.
Zamzam, perfect. Let's have another sip. What do we say before we sip it?
Zamzam.
Very good. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Thank you very much for joining us and we'll see you next time. Ma'as salam.